Hold up, let me get a sip of water first. Hey guys, it's Kyle, and welcome back to another video. I know it's been a really long time. Really long time, and I'm so sorry about that, but this is going to be my legitimate comeback to YouTube. A lot of stuff has been happening, stuff that I can't share with you guys about because it's very personal, and I'd rather not share it. Hopefully you guys can respect that, but this is going to be my legitimate comeback to YouTube. I don't really care about subscribers. You can subscribe to view more of my content, and hopefully you guys like what I'm putting out now. And so you can see old subscribers, I have 85 subscribers right now, but my old subscribers, you guys can probably notice that I'm not in the sunroom right now, but I am in my room, and I'm going to start doing these sit-down vlogs here in my room now instead of the sunroom because of certain reasons and because of the temperature in there. It's way too hot in there. But I do YouTube because I want to create memories. I'm a vlogger, I'm a video gamer, and I'm a friendly person. I love having friends, and I love including them in my videos, especially my brother. I'm going to be sharing with you guys about, oh my god, about a crazy story about how me, my friend Mike, and my friend Jackson had to swim through a pool of jellyfish. It was insane. So, you guys don't know this about me, but my biggest fear, when it comes to my biggest fear, the pinpoint of my biggest fear is animals and creatures that can sting. So I hate bees, absolutely hate bees. I've always been afraid of bees, even though I've been stung by bees multiple times. I am afraid of bees. I'm afraid of jellyfish. I'm afraid of wasps, especially, and I had one crawl in my room one time. Imagine that. I was freaking out. That thing was in my windowsill. God, it was horrible. Mike invites us over to a second beach house that is owned by his uncle, and we went over there. This place is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. His uncle built the house there himself, the beach house there, and we go down to the water. Absolutely amazing. It's filled with animals, starfish. I love fish. Been fishing ever since I was little. It's filled with small fish. It's filled with big fish.
Wow.
It's filled with like
Boy, if you don't get
clams and starfish and seals. We saw a seal. And then it has jellyfish. And I did not realize how many there were. So, of course, we go down to the water, and Mike's uncle asks if we want to go and take the buoy out to the shore because it was out there. And so we all said yes, but I didn't hear, of course. I wasn't listening, so I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And so we take a raft and we go out. I'm telling you, we go out about 400 meters from the shore. And so for swimming distance, that's kind of a long distance. And so we go out there, but it felt like we were a mile away. It was crazy. So we were on there. We started having like push wars, like we'd push each other off. We called it sumo. And we'd push each other off. It was really funny. I've got a few good throws at them, like every now and then. Like I threw Jack off once, and I pushed Mike off once. But yeah, Mike could just walk up, hold Jack and I by the ears, and just chuck us off of the raft. That was really fun. Until we saw a freaking huge jellyfish next to Mike's mom when she was like swimming up to the dock, or to the raft, and I was like, oh my god, look at that thing. And then she was like, oh, we gotta be careful about that and stuff like that. And so we started playing the sumo game again, and we were just avoiding the jellyfish. And then a second one comes up, and I'm like, oh my god, why are there like more jellyfish coming? Like, they usually don't come all the way over here. And so I'm out there whining about the fact that there's jellyfish in the water and stuff, and it's like, it's like 4 o'clock maybe, and more jellyfish start coming. I'm saying in like groups now. They're coming in like groups of like 2 or 3 now, and I'm like, okay, why are there so many? And I was like, okay, and I was starting to develop a new fear of jellyfish there. And so Mike jumps off at the perfect time and starts swimming away to the shore, when none of the jellyfish were coming. And so I was, of course, hesitating the entire time. I was hesitating the entire time to go and swim out. And so Jackson's like, dude, we gotta do this, bro. Like, we gotta do this. Like, you're not going to be, there's no other way back to the shore but to swim, because the raft was tied down to the thing, to something. He was tied down to something. But imagine me, like, I was deathly afraid, and I was deathly afraid of things that could sting. And to go along with that, you know Jackson? He has bathyphobia. He has a fear of depths. He has a fear of depths. He was afraid to be out there because of the because it was deep in the water and his feet couldn't touch the ground. So here's Jackson, scared of depths, and here's me, scared of jellyfish. And we're just freaking out. We're like, yo, what do we do? What do we do? And then Jackson looks at me and he says, dude, we just gotta do this. So I'm like, oh no. I was like, no, my gut was turning upside down. My head was spinning. I was like, no, I'm not actually about to do this. So I'm telling you, there are about 20 or 25 jellyfish out in the water, and we can all see them and stuff like that. So I'm over here scared as a freaking cat, and these jellyfish, like they're not, I'm not even sure if they're that poisonous. Like, I live up in the Pacific Northwest. Like, there's not going to be a lot of deadly jellyfish, you know what I mean? And so here's me freaking out about the smallest thing in the world, and I know that because it's an irrational fear. I have an irrational fear of things that can sting. So Jackson looks at me, he says, dude, we gotta do this. I'm like, okay. So I'm hesitating. We sit there for 10 minutes pondering whether we should do this or not, and we're like, dude, I was like, dude, we just gotta do this, man. He said, okay, don't chicken out of this. Don't chicken out of this. We gotta jump. 3, 2, 1. We freaking jumped in the water. We were insane. We were like, it was like Popeye ate like 10 pounds of spinach. We were gunning it towards the shore. It was insane, because Jackson and I, we're both really good swimmers. Like, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but we were always at the top of our PE class when we did swimming. And so he and I are just gunning it. We're going at like, what, like maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 miles per hour while we're swimming or something like that. At that constant rate, and it was crazy because we just swim past jellyfish side to side, like left and right. It was insane. And I was like, I was going, and I was like, I was screaming the entire time. It was so embarrassing, and Jesus Christ. And so I'm swimming, and then I go over, and I get so freaked out that I like gulp in a bunch of air, but water went into my mouth. And it was so disgusting. I almost threw up in the water. It was so gross. And I know this sounds dramatic, but dang, would you want to swim in like, would you want to swim with most of your body parts exposed in the water to jellyfish freaking stings? Like, would you want to swim with jellyfish when you're only wearing trunks and that's it? I wouldn't, and I had to. It was so bad. God, I don't want to, never in my life will I ever want to do that. Ever again. But that experience really told me that you can really get yourself worked up about certain things that really don't mean a lot. Like, if you're afraid of bees, you know, just if you see a bee, you know, just know that it isn't gonna do anything to you unless you do something to it. And that's what I had to teach myself. I really had to teach myself that through doing that swim. No, I didn't get stung by one jellyfish. I'm telling you, there are like 30 or 40 jellyfish out in the water in that 400-meter radius that I'm swimming in. First of all, that wasn't even a lot, and second of all, I was getting way too worked up about it. Way too worked up about it. I thought the jellyfish was gonna sting me. Oh, when it stings me, it's gonna poison me. No. The jellyfish is not harmful. I mean, some of them are, but that's more down in like the south and stuff like that. But I hate jellyfish. Jackson hates depths. But we still conquered our fear. We conquered our fear, and it's crazy what the human body can do, where you get so worked up and so psyched out about certain things that you just are not willing to be around it or have anything to do with it. But the moment that you just try exposing yourself to it once, then that can really impact you. Like it could really show you that you're stronger than you think you are. Like your mind and your emotions and even your body is stronger than you think you are. Like if you're gonna be irrationally afraid about something and you're gonna have nothing to do with it, you're always going to be afraid of that. I mean, I had second thoughts about actually jumping in. I mean, I could have had them come out with some kind of inner tube and go, but no, I'm not going to do that, you know? I'm not going to chicken out of it. I'm not going to be a wiener about it, you know? I'm gonna swim out and show the jellyfish that I'm not afraid of them, you see? And I know this is kind of weird to talk about, you know, about me being scared of jellyfish, but no. Yeah, I mean, this was a chance for you guys to learn something about me. Now, I need you guys to comment what your biggest fear is in the comment section. Make sure you guys like the video if you enjoyed it. I'm glad you did. And please subscribe and comment anything that I can do to make my videos better. And I'll see all you peeps in the next one. Goodbye.